Hey PowerFit challengers, you made it to week 4. You probably thought you would never get here, but you did. But I don't want the end of this month and the end of this challenge to stop you. You started this year out right, so keep up the momentum and pushing forward. So week 4's workout, I want you to modify as needed. You've come a long way. You've told me you're gaining strength, that you're feeling that you have more endurance, so keep the good form up with your modifications and keep pushing to gain more endurance with your cardio intervals. So same format as the last 4 weeks. You're going to start out your first move in a plie stance. So your toes are pointed out to the side. You're gonna come down into what I like to call your frog hop position. So your knees are pushing out towards those pinky toes. They're not dropping in, you're pushing them out. So you're using those inner thighs, outer thighs, and your glutes. So you're gonna come down and you're gonna jump up. You're gonna land with bent knees both times, lifting those arms overhead for more intensity. If you're modifying this move, you're just coming up on those toes, still lifting those arms overhead for intensity. Breathing through it, staying nice and strong. That's move 1. Move 2, you're gonna come down to your mat or floor. You're gonna set up in a push-up plank position. Try to get my whole body in the frame this time. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take opposite elbow, opposite knee. So it's called a bear crunch. So you're twisting side to side, dropping this hip, coming back center, turning the opposite directions. So you're alternating side to side. Nice and slow here. I'm super out of breath because I taught 3 classes today. So none of this is easy. So that's move 2, the bear crunch. Your third move, you might look at this one and say, Ashley, we didn't do anything like this at all. But you did in separate movements. So it's a crow jump. So you're using your upper body, your back, your shoulders, also your core. So you're gonna come into a bent knee position. Your knees are gonna be right up by those triceps. So this is a move that they do in yoga. One thing you wanna make sure when you come up off those feet, or even if you don't come up off those feet and you're touching your toes to the ground, your gaze is forward. You're not looking behind you, because if you do, you're gonna fall on your face. And I don't want that. So, you're coming up on those toes, your booty's in the air, you're placing your knees right on those triceps. You're gonna lean forward so there's a bend in those elbows, and you're gonna lift those feet. I actually can't really do this that well, but it's practice. Practice is what makes perfect. So you're gonna come forward, sit back, then give me a jump. Come back down. You're just gonna give me a little lift off the ground, then a jump. So this movement is a little slower than the others, but you're engaging all your major muscle groups. So that's what it looks like. Knees to tricep, coming back into a low squat, jumping or standing at the top. So your fourth move, you're gonna do what's called a walking plank. You're gonna start on your forearms. So your elbows are right under those shoulders. You're gonna come to a plank position. So you're holding plank. You're gonna push up on your right side, left side to full push-up plank position, then walk down left side, right side. Now walk up on the left, right, go down right, left. So you're alternating each time. to keep those hips square to the ground. If you're modifying this move, I want you to make sure those knees are a little bit, or a lot of it, if that's a word, behind those hips, so that your body is about in a 45-degree angle, I guess it would be. So you're walking down and up, alternating side to side. You're gonna feel that in those biceps, triceps, shoulders, and chest. All right? So your next move, if I can get my hair out of my face, you're gonna do what's called a lunge tap. So you're gonna come lunge position, knee over that ankle. You're gonna keep those hips low. You're gonna tap that opposite toe to your heel. You're gonna do this for 30 seconds, since each interval is a minute. 30 seconds this side. You're gonna run it as fast as you can, then you're gonna switch to the other side, making sure that knee stays over that ankle. Fast as you can. Breathe through it. Always want to keep that breath nice and long. So your next move, you'll probably hate me for, but it's a good one. So you're gonna start in full push-up plank position. I'll show you from both angles. So you're in full push-up plank position. You're gonna drop down to a push-up, come back up. You're gonna jack those legs out, jack them back in, jump those knees into your chest, jump at the top. So back down, push up, jack in, out, jump in, jump at the top. So it's a burpee with an extra move. That jack. So what it looks like from the side. You're gonna come out, push up plank position, push up, jack those legs out and in, into the chest, jump at the top. Okay? So your last move, which I'm gonna have to move the camera to show you this, because you're gonna do a handstand. However, if you're not comfortable holding a handstand, I want you to build up to it. So give me 10 seconds, then come down, then try for 15 after that. So you're only going for a minute. So build up as necessary. If you can only do 20 seconds and the rest of the time you're only holding forearm or full push-up plank position, that's fine. You can even combine last week's Superman with this move, so lifting your upper body and lower body off the ground, keeping your core engaged with the floor. So that's one thing I want you to remember, to mix and match. Go back to previous weeks, use those moves if you need to, put them in the place of a move this week, all right? Have fun with it. Don't take yourself too seriously. I'm gonna come back and show you that handstand, but I just have to set up the camera in a different place so you can actually see me, because there's a few ways you can set it up, all right? I'll be back in a minute. So there's a few ways that you can set up your handstand. Some people don't mind facing the mirror and flipping their legs over their head. I am not comfortable with that because I've had a back injury before and it freaks me out when no one else is around. I realize it's all in my head because I've done it before, but there's just some things that we get caught up on, and that's one of mine. So what I like to do is place my hands to the floor, and this is great as a beginner move. It's even an advanced move, so don't let that make you think that you're not working hard here, because you are. Handstands are hard no matter what. So you just walk your hands back towards the mirror, relax your head, neck, and shoulders between your biceps, and just hold here. You're pushing your palms into the floor, your ribs are out of your hips. You're nice and long through that spine. So that's one way to do it. Woo! And then come back down. So another way, and you may not be able to see it very well in this video is to do an L stand. So what I mean by that is that your hands are on the floor, but then if these were my legs are in a perfect L, and this would be my head, neck, and shoulders. And this would be my legs, okay? So, again, walk those legs up the mirror, or up the wall, but you're gonna straighten them out behind you. You're still pressing into those palms, working that back, those shoulders. You'll feel them nice and engaged. Legs are together, thighs are engaged. You're pulling those quads off your kneecaps. That's another way to do it. Okay, so just have fun with it. Otherwise, hold plank position or go back to that Superman in week 3. I'm so proud of you. I hope you keep this up. And I'm just happy that you spent this month with me, becoming a little more healthy, gaining a little more strength, and believing that you could do it. So again, if you haven't found me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/dailypowerfit, or subscribe to my blog for updates. I haven't been giving tons of updates this month because I've been busy with this challenge. I may have a surprise coming up for you soon, so you probably want to tune in there. So my blog is dailypowerfit.blogspot.com. So find me there, subscribe. You'll get updates, you'll find out about my next challenge, and I'll see you later.